Monday, August 8th. Wow, this hasn't happened before. I mean, I see these things go by all the time. We've got a tanker. It is the Turboose. Is that what it says? Turboose? I don't know what that means. Last week one went by and I said it was about 300 feet long and it turned out to be about 500, so these things are massive. Stand them on their end and they're about the size of the production tower. It's windy. Got to get out of the wind. Can you even hear what I'm saying? Can you hear me now? Outgoing tanker, outgoing heat wave, but not for another 36 hours. Day 7 of an 8-day heat wave for most of the Northeast. The possibility of thunderstorms exists again today. Yesterday, thunderstorms went right across to our north and then right over our head, and we ended up getting some rain yesterday. I didn't really check the high temperature, but it was well into the mid-90s. 90s again today. It feels a little bit less humid. And there may be a thunderstorm, but tomorrow's the day that the heat wave breaks with thunderstorms in southern New England. It's pretty good, though, that we've had these scattered showers and storms. Rained for about an hour right after the sun went down. 0.135. Did we do it to the 100th? So 13 100ths, pretty much. The forecast is for temperatures in the 90s today. Let's go to the chart on how hot it's going to be tomorrow. The GFS has come around. GFS in the 90s, although at the very bottom there, GFS MOS, model output statistics, only in the upper 80s. And the Euro is adamant of 95 to 100 tomorrow, so close to record heat tomorrow. We can also put the dew point on there. Switch to the dew point. You can see the dew point stays in the 70s tomorrow. So with the front coming through, pretty good chance of some strong to severe thunderstorms. And then, hallelujah, here's the 14-day forecast in the 70s. After a record number of days in a row without a high temperature below 80, we may not have a high temperature of 80 through the weekend. Oh yeah, and you can also put the precipitation on there. Euro going for 3 inches of rain when you combine tomorrow's thunderstorms and Thursday. What's up with Thursday? Let's go to Tropical Tidbits and see a wave on our front on Thursday, according to the Euro, has 3 inches of rain. Okay, so I'll buy the GFS for not that much rain, but I'll buy the Euro for the high temperature tomorrow. So pick and choose your models. This week is the Blue Hill Observatory Launch Your Weather Career for young people. It's a little workshop we do every year. I think this will be about our 11th year. And so I'm going to be busy doing that. And I'll leave you with a little bit more of that thunderstorm from last evening and reflections from Don Kent's son, Doug, on the relationship between two huge different personalities, Don Kent and Bruce Schwoegler. And if you watch them like I did, you know that they had very different personalities.
Hauling ass right now. Trying to get back.
That.
Huh?
I got that.
I'm from the southern.
Whoa, whoa.
Like that. Those are the Kents in the fog. Maybe the Fall River a long time ago. We got the barometer. We got America's Cup, thanking Don Kent for his great forecasting. And there's Don Kent's 2003 Gold Circle inductee for 50 years on television. We're on board the Jetstream. And that's named Don Kent for his boat. So that's named Doug Kent has for his boat.
Jetstream returns.
Hi, Doug.
Oh, hi, Tim.
So, Bruce Schwoegler, we all have some vivid memories of him. I remember him just talking about how much snow there were going to be in the mountains to our north and west. So he was working at night, and then your dad would come in and work in the morning. Did they try and get the forecast together sometimes?
Well, they would all leave notes for each other at the end of their shift and do a little synopsis and what they think might happen, and just kind of letting the next guy know what the latest is or the trends. And so they would all leave something
So they
for
were
each
kind
other.
of a team.
Oh, yes.
So did your dad and Bruce get along well, do you know?
They got along. They did their business differently. And, you know, they had different personalities. But they got along, and there was full respect both ways, and it was good.
Yeah, it was so great. I mean, such different personalities. Your dad was like so folksy, and Bruce is. I talked to Bob Copeland this morning, and Cope says, Schwoegler says, "I want to be the engine, not the caboose."
No, yeah, that would be that would be right.
So Bruce was known for like, kind of being a tiny bit egocentric.
Yeah, he was a little more out there on the edge.
Yeah,
You know,
but we all love him.
he did his thing. He did it great, and he had lots of fans. And he was part of the BZ thing. And you know, Copeland, Schwoegler, of course, Bob went. He was with Channel 5 for a while, but my father needed a break back in the 50s because he was working mornings, noon, and nights, and my mother was getting a little anxious. We need a vacation. He calls up Bob, and they were friends because Bob was, I think he was involved with MIT, and they knew each other and weather, and so.
So your dad helped get Copeland on television.
Yeah, he needed a vacation.
Yeah.
So he talked to the brass, and they said, "Well, okay," and off they went.
Cool. Thanks for the recollection.
Yeah.
Now, meantime, did they say it was going to be this windy today?
That depends.
Who'd you watch this morning?
I watched everybody.
TK, T-Rex out the door, Weather More. How am I getting home on my SUP? Into the wind.